Welcome back to Easy to Spell, everybody, where the name's easy to spell, and we did it wrong anyway. I am, as always, the Dungeon Master, Andrew Day. Joining me tonight are wonderful heroes.
How's it going? I'm David. I'm going to be playing a one-shot character tonight that you will meet later.
I'm Mike, and same. I'll be playing a one-shot character that you'll meet later.
I'm Rachel, and I'll be playing a one-shot character that you'll meet later.
Glad I started this trend.
I'm Lucy. I'll be playing a one-shot character. You'll meet later, I guess. So
And I'm Will, and have you caught on to the trend yet?
We're going to beat them all very soon. I don't think we have any new announcements other than we have our new logo up, which was designed for us by the wonderful Pixie Chaos Magic over at Rep RPG. They have two streams, both by those names. Absolutely go check them out. If you haven't already, I know a lot of people that follow us come from them and be playing in their game. So welcome. But if you haven't already, go show them some love. Huge friends of the show. We love and adore them, and the logo looks fantastic. I'm so glad to see that up.
We also have a new friend today.
Yes,
Yes.
Lucy is joining us. That's after much waiting and discussing and us trying to figure out our schedule. So welcome. I guess Lucy, if you want to introduce yourself, how long you've been playing D&D, or if you're pretty new to it. If not, if you have any other things people can go look up, absolutely plug those now. But otherwise,
I don't really have anything other than my Instagram, which I can put somewhere, but it doesn't matter. I'm Lucy. I've been playing since the Panini started, the pandemic, and then I recently found a lot more time on my hands, so I've been really diving in, playing video games and reading up on D&D. So I'm so excited to be here. Thank
we're
you.
really excited. We're really excited to have you. Welcome.
Nice.
I thought you meant the actual panini, like the sandwich was invented, and I'm like,
I was
wow,
like,
she's an
damn.
OG. Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. I should just say pandemic.
That's good.
Good to know that I'm still the newest player.
Yep. Always will
Yep.
be, Mike.
We've run you through the ringer though, so I think you've got a few notches in your belt at least. But yeah, Lucy, welcome. We're really excited to have you, and I hope you have fun tonight in our Armageddon and Wonderland adventure,
I'm so
uh,
excited. Thank you.
which begins. Each of you, whether you live in Wonderland or not, kind of settle in to go to sleep, and in the darkness, a wide white smile creeps across your vision. Opening your eyes to discover what was appearing in front of you, you each find yourself in a small clearing. The sky above you, still filled with stars, but bright blue cracks running through it, ripping through the space that makes up the giant's eye that encompasses Wonderland. In front of you, lounging, is a large striped purple and gray cat with that same wide smile. And goes, I'm sorry to have brought you all here so unexpectedly, but it seems as though the Jabberwocky is free, the Queen of Hearts intent on destroying Wonderland itself. I don't have the time to deal with it myself, but with Alice dead, you seem the most capable group I could put together on short notice. So if you could go about and save Wonderland, the path in front of you, I imagine, will lead you on your way. It seems an impossible task, but as Alice always said, she would do 6 impossible things before breakfast. Enjoy yourselves. And the body slowly begins to disappear, finally with the smile fading last. And you're surrounded by yourself and 4 strangers to you in this mushroom grove dirt beneath your feet, giant mushrooms around you, a path through the clearing into the mushroom wood. David, we'll start with you if you'd like to describe your character, and we'll kind of proceed through in that same introductory order we went.
All right. So before you, you see a roughly 3.5, 4 foot tall rat standing on 2 legs. He's dressed with a just a brown robe. He has, oddly enough, a small backpack on with a couple utensils at the side, cooking utensils specifically, a rolling pin, a circular knife with a handle on it, and a sauce spreader. Yeah.
And me, you see a about 6 foot tall tabaxi with sky blue fur with white stripes sporadic throughout it. He's got a lute on his back and a rapier on his side. Just kind of kicking back, have my feet up on a mushroom, just taking in the sight.
And then floating about 3 feet off the ground, you see about an 8-inch tall or 10-inch tall. I don't know. How tall are they?
We'll say
DM?
8 inches. 8 inches is fine.
8 inches?
That's-
Okay.
It's
An
enough.
8-inch tall little, almost looks like a grasshopper fairy. Green, chitinous skin, grasshopper hind legs, but then humanoid type arms, big yellow and green wings, and a like smashed up between a grasshopper and human face with giant black eyeballs that don't look they don't look terrifying, just a little bit like baby doll eyeballs. And she is wearing a green and yellow gossamer simple gown.
Okay.
Wild.
Is it my turn or yours, Will?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So, in front of you, you see this 3.5 foot tall, very muscular, very blonde, angry looking halfling. She's got those stout arms. She's got a barrel chest. She's covered in leather armor. She's got blonde hair. It's all braided, and it looks like she doesn't really necessarily focus on the hygiene of her hair. But she looks like she's ready to go with her bow and her quiver of arrows on her back. She's got a green cloak. She's barefoot because, yeah. But she's ready to go. She's got big blue eyes and kind of a resting, angry face.
RBF?
Yes.
You're allowed to swear on this show, by the way.
Okay, she's got a
If
resting
you- if
bitch
we-
face.
if we weren't allowed to swear, we would have been shut down a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And lastly, you look over and see a very diminuesque human being, probably about 3 feet tall, with glasses that take up probably a good half of his face and make his eyes about 3 times larger than they normally would be. The top of his head looks like somebody took off the top of a shoelace and frayed it out, so it kind of sits flat, and the hair just kind of mad scientist frays out. He is in a Technicolor cloak that looks like it's probably constructed of hide and grass and just a bunch of different materials. And he has a staff on his back that you swear changes shape. It's gnarled wood, but like every time you look away, it's just like slightly different than it was before. And on his shoulder at the moment is a small creature that looks like 2 tube socks that have been tied together with the same hair that he has and eyes that also take up probably about half of their head. And you notice the one and then you notice another one crawling across his chest, and then you notice about 4 scurrying around his feet, and he looks incredibly surprised, but that might just be his normal face.
So each of you, these are the chosen companions for you on the quest the Cheshire Cat has seemingly just pawned off on you in the absence of another hero. What do you wish to do?
I've always wondered what Cheshire does. He always seems to be doing something and then is just never doing anything. Oh, hello. I'm Momi. And I will reach out to shake whoever's nearest to me's hand.
I gruffly stick my hand out.
Pleasure.
My name is Splinter.
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 Interesting. Seems like somebody should write a book about you. Or a magazine with pictures in it.
I think so.
Cheshire's voice is not very musical. I'm Harmony.
Musically, you say, and I'll kind of do like one of those feet kick up things to land on my feet. Well, I'm Chester. Nice to meet y'all. Looks like that was a short and sweet. Sorry, the short thing. I didn't mean anything by the short comment. But it's nice to meet y'all.
Are you saying I'm little?
Well, I mean, I think my hand might be a little bigger than you.
Quite tall.
Sure,
No,
Sprout.
you're short.
And I'll like pat her with my finger on the back.
Just kind of like measure her with my hands. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, even though she's only 8 inches, as a halfling, she's almost half your height. Almost, not quite. But
Still shorter than me.
That's
So-
saying something.
Cheshire wants us to find the Jabberwocky? I haven't seen him in years.
Cheshire, the Jabberwocky.
Oh, both.
You will have to excuse me, but what is a Jabberwocky?
Jabberwocky?
You know. What now?
What? Jabberwocky?
Jabberwocky.
Okay.
Big, long neck, tentacles coming out of the head, mouse-like teeth.
Okay.
No? Never seen the Jabberwocky? Big,
No.
flies around.
Never had the pleasure.
Alice killed it a long time ago, I thought, but apparently not.
Okay.
I think she just turned him into a butterfly.
That sounds better, yeah. We'll go with that.
Well, I mean, regardless, it sounds like she didn't do enough. So let's find that path, huh? Clearly, we were enlisted for a reason.
Well, you will have to excuse me, and he pulls out his walking stick. I'm going to try to find the way home, which I imagine is down this path.
okay.
You're
And
just
then-
going home.
No, I mean the way home is probably dispatching the Jabberwocky.
Ah, you're one of those wise folk. Speaking riddles.
Not sure if that was a riddle. I think he just said, kill the Jabberwocky, go home. That's what you said, right?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say kill, I just said dispatch of. But either way,
How
sitting here talking.
do we find a Jabberwocky?
The path.
Okay. First
Generally-
step, path.
Yep. Start the task. That's generally the first step.
Well,
So here we
we
go.
will find no answers here.
As
I'm
you
gonna look
all
around.
kind
Is
of,
there any paths around us?
there is just the one. There is a path from behind where the Cheshire Cat vanished, which is the one he had gestured to. There is also a path leading into the clearing, which, as you look around, you actually see um, a small halfling-sized white hare who, looking at a clock, kind of quickly walking in, scratching at his chest. Yes, I'm late. I'm late. Oh, pardon me. I must be on my way. Excuse me, and kind of steps past each of you. I'm late. This clock is 2 days late. And kind of presses through and moves down the path that had been determined to you. Just repeating over and over again. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
Poor White Rabbit. His clock ran out of mustard again. You really should learn to keep that thing mustered up.
Mustard, you say?
Mustard. How do you run your clocks? No mustard?
Worcestershire sauce.
I always thought it
Oh.
was jam.
You need jam and
Not
mustard, of
new age
course.
stuff. Can we follow the late bunny?
Oh, Mr. Rabbit, we can follow him. There's no guarantee that we'll find him.
No.
Let's go.
So continue down the path. As you go in, the giant mushrooms and trees around you begin to feel more and more confined. A feeling settling on you as Wonderland is being broken. You see small animals fighting in some sort of mad rage, like squirrels and small forest creatures. As the madness that makes up Wonderland is becoming untethered. Begin making your way down the path. It goes darker. Ahead of you, you hear again, I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. You continue, and... Oh, sorry.
That didn't sound good.
What happened to him?
Mr. Rabbit!
Oi, rabbit!
Late. Late. You see, in a space where the path kind of widens out a little while, on all fours, the stopwatch, or the pocket watch hanging from his neck, swinging, as the white rabbit begins to stretch and expand. His long, sharp teeth growing longer and sharper still. He grows from that halfling size to the size of a man, to the size of a horse, and a little larger still. His claws extending, fur falling off in patches, exposing thick muscle bursting through skin. As the red eyes shift to look at you. Wait. I need everybody to roll initiative.
All right.
Do. Where's my dice?
16.
Not good. Not good.
4.
9.
11.
And Layla Strongbones.
Sorry, I'm figuring this out.
Oh, no worries.
I also have to bring up that she said Jabberwocky and her name is Layla. Just throwing that out there.
13.
13. All right. Chester, always quick on your feet. You recognize the immediate danger in front of you, and you get to go first.
Well, looks like I'm not the shortest anymore, or the tallest anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead and run about 30 feet off to the right from everybody, just into a nice clearing, staying probably 20 feet back. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bane.
Is that a saving throw on the part of?
Let me double check. Yeah, save Charisma 14.
14 on the die, -1. So it is Bane. That is a minus a D4 on all attack rolls and ability checks, right?
Yep. Must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Perfect. Okay, anything else you're doing on your turn?
And then I'll go ahead and, as a bonus action, give a bardic inspiration die to what's his name? Momi? Is that his name? Yeah, Momi.
Yep.
And I'll just kind of whip out my lute and just strum like some hardcore metal.
There you go. It's kind of like what's playing.
Yeah.
Echoing forth. Magically enhanced. The magic, which normally would be kind of a soothing, like rallying melody, just is twisted by the same magics that are breaking apart the world. And it comes out, you can't help playing faster and faster.
Love it.
Layla
And that'll be-
Strongbones.
I crouch down on one knee, and then I stick out my hand and I cast Magic Missile.
Okay, that automatically hits, so you just roll damage.
2 points of damage.
All right. Anything else you're doing? That was your action. You still have your movement or a bonus action if you'd like.
I'm gonna run forward about 10 feet away from Momi.
Mommy.
Momi.
Yep.
Okay. 10 feet. Bringing us to Splinter.
He is going to take a second, look at his cane, do a small stretch, and then do like 3 flips over to it and give him a kick to the face.
Okay, make an attack.
That's real low. 9.
9 misses, unfortunately. Do you have a
And
second
then-
attack?
As he's spinning, he's going to come around and slap him with his tail for the second attack.
Okay.
That's better. 21.
That'll hit. Go ahead and deal
Okay.
damage.
I'm not rolling though. 5.
Points. All right. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No.
No? Okay. It was Momi?
Momi.
Momi.
Yes.
Okay.
So Momi, where he's standing, will make sounds like you do when you call a cat. Like, I don't know if those come through on the mics or not, but like you're summoning a cat. And as he does, more of those little tubey creatures pop up out of the ground, and he goes,
Time for action, little mome wraths.
and as they pop up, they start emitting spores and gases out of them, and I will cast Symbiotic Entity,
Okay.
which buffs me up and does necrotic damage to anybody that I hit. And then as my bonus action, I will cast Shillelagh, and that spore energy seems to like coalesce around the club as I pull it out, and I will close the distance between me and the white rabbit and give him an uppercut with my staff.
Okay. Go ahead and make that attack.
Which is a natural 20 for a 26.
All right. Yep. Right
Starting
against
off
it.
strong.
So
And then the damage gets an additional something from that. Hold on, sorry. Da-da. It's an additional d6. So 14 damage with the crit, And then do you double the additional dice too, or just the standard dice?
Yeah,
It's all
you
dice,
roll.
right?
You double any dice that are rolled.
Okay. So 14 to start off, and then 6 for the additional dice.
20 points of
20.
damage. You slam your club into the rabbit. Head twists to the side, and it comes back. The queen demands you. Heads for her throne. And as it says heads, a second, its head twists to the side, and a second grows from its neck. Skinless, pink like a newborn rabbit, but with the same sharp teeth and beady red eyes. Each one head is going to make a bite against Master Splinter, and the other against Momi. It is against Master Splinter. That is a 16 to hit,
That is my armor class.
and against Momi, that is a dirty 20.
Yeah, it definitely is.
All right.
And then if I can use my reaction for my Halo of Spores to just do a additional D4 to him as he inhales the
Yeah.
spores that are around me.
Yeah, that is 7 points to Splinter, and 6 points to Momi.
And 2 points to him.
Two more points to him. Which is going to end its turn and brings us to Harmony.
Oh no, Mr. Rabbit, it looks like you need a nap. And Harmony is then going to cast Sleep. Where are my spells? Hold on. Not in skills.
If it's at first level, I believe it's you roll, I think it's 5d8. And if it has less hit points than that,
Okay. Got 5d8. That's a d10. 3, 4, 5. Roll to everyone. 30.
30. One of the head's eyelids begins to droop. The other head turns and goes, "Not the time," and bites it on the ear. It does shrug off the effects of sleep
Okay.
because it has more than 30 hit points currently.
Okay, and then as my bonus action, oh no, Harmony is gonna pull out her old pan flute and she's going to go do 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 do, and out pops a little note and it's gonna pop up above Splinter. Is that your name? Splinter, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna pop up above Splinter, and now you have a little music note floating around your head with bardic inspiration that does some cool things. So when you decide to use it, I'll tell you what it is.
we know how well my inspiration goes. I had it for like 3/4 of our campaign and never used it. So.
Okay, well, use it this next time. Use it on this next round.
This is bardic inspiration, not role-playing inspiration.
Yeah.
And what is it? It's, D6?
Actually, I think it's a D8. Let me find it. I'm the worst.
Yeah, it's a D8.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Which brings us back up to the top with Chester.
Seeing the second head. Well, first I should say, he's playing his little metal guitar, and then he hears the from Momi, and being a cat, kind of like glances over for a second and shakes it off. He's like, "That's not for me."
Sorry, really quick, Rachel. I think something is on your computer because it keeps rolling custom dice.
It's my phone,
Oh, okay.
and I can't figure out why.
Nope, it's fine. I can
So-
ignore it. I just wanted to make sure if you had like something resting on your
Apologies.
keyboard. It is easily ignored.
Okay, I don't think it's doing it anymore. I think I just pushed the buttons too many times.
Okay, we're good. Sorry, Chester, continue.
You're good. He shakes it off and he looks up at the rabbit with the multiple heads and goes, "Wow, you look real pretty on opposite day," and casts vicious mockery.
Thanks. Wait, what?
It's a wisdom 14. or-
Nope, I rolled a 2, so.
Okay. 7 points of damage.
All right.
And
This-
that'll do it for me.
The psychic offense that has been taken, rattling it. Layla, we come back to you.
Good. Oh, sick burn, mate. And then I'm gonna use my short bow, try to hit it in one of the eyes. I'm not. Is there 2 heads right now or 3?
2. Only 2 heads.
2 heads. I'll hit one eye. And do I get sneak attack since one? of them's, like,
Yes, because you have allies.
two-
I think you froze.
You froze a little bit.
Oh no. Okay. And, oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Is it now or worse?
We have audio back now.
Right.
So.
Cool.
We have some Onos.
On board.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Wow. Maybe if you have Twitch
yeah.
open, maybe close out Twitch.
Let's
Yeah.
go. We'll come back to Layla's turn. Splinter, if you want to go.
Sure. I will pull out the walking stick and I will give him a good crack. Yeah, that will be a lot.
That'll hit.
20 something or other. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a stunning strike to that. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
And I need to subtract a d4. And 15.
15, that succeeds.
Okay. He's not
Um,
stunned. But you still deal damage.
That's right. Yeah, damage. I should probably do that. Sorry. It is. Oh, same thing. Cool. 5. Again, points of damage.
Okay, 5 more points of damage. Hey, steady will do it. And you have a second attack, right?
Yes. Let me double check. this.
Bardic inspiration too.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, we're just gonna come around and do another stick slap.
All right.
A natural 18 for a lot more.
That'll do.
All right, let's see if I can do 3 ones in a row on this d6. Oh, I got a 5, so 9 points of damage.
9 points. All right. It shakes backwards. It is clearly bloodied now. It's been messing it up. I think we might have Lucy back. That's yes.
Sorry about
Welcome
that.
back.
We've got you.
No worries.
David, was there anything else you wanted to do with your turn?
Negative.
Okay. And
No, I'm good.
well, we had skipped your turn because we were frozen. So if you were doing anything, it was missed. So if you'd like to take your turn as normal now.
Oh, I was gonna. Yeah, I was just gonna hit it with the short bow.
Yeah.
Do I? Sorry, I haven't seen this version of D&D. Do I just roll the hit dice, or?
Yeah, you rolled a 2 attack, which should be a plus something.
And so you can, if you're going D&D Beyond, you could just hit the plus whatever you have, and it'll roll that for you.
Okay, all right. 10 plus 5, 15.
Plus 5, 15. 15 hits. Exactly.
Okay. And then I get 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
And then you also get your sneak attack dice. So however
Oh.
many d6s that is, you'll roll those as well.
5
Another 5 points of
points of
damage.
damage.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No.
All
I
right.
kind of look grumpy, like, ugh.
And that takes us to Momi.
Momi, with his mome wraths swirling around him, will have a moment of rage, and as he like rears back and looks like he's about to bite something, his mouth changes to look kind of like rabbits at the moment, and has like long, elongated rabbit teeth. And I will just cast Primal Savagery as I try and bite into him.
All right, go ahead and make your attack.
14 plus 6, dirty 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
And 5 plus 8, 13 points of poison damage.
And then do you also deal your additional necrotic?
Oh, that's a great question. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, so this is, I think, technically
This
a
would-
spell attack, right?
I think Primal Savagery just gives you a natural attack. We'll count it. Go ahead and
Do the additional 6, okay. And
as the
an additional
spores
3
that are swirling around you just like seep into the wound as you pull back. That was another, how many points? 3?
3, yep.
All right. Anything else with your turn?
I don't think so. I'm gonna hang out.
Okay. The white rabbit turns both of its heads. It's going to be able to hit everybody except for Chester with this because he had moved off to the side. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws. As he goes, "You're out of time." And just from that pocket watch around his neck, there's just a shockwave and a cone.
24.
24. Okay.
7.
7.
And can I use my
Defeat.
dodge?
Yeah, you actually, well, this doesn't deal damage and you succeeded. Momi and Harmony, as that energy washes over you, you feel yourselves slow.
Oh no.
You cannot take reactions, and on your turn, you can either take your action or bonus action, but cannot do both.
Oh, is anything affecting our speed?
With the, let's see, slow spell. I believe your speed is halved, but let me double check that.
I believe that's correct.
Yep, speed is halved. You have a -2 penalty to your AC and dexterity saving throws. Can't use reactions, either an action or bonus action. And then you cannot make more than one melee or ranged attack on your turn.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Harmony's turn, slogging through that slow. You just cannot make yourself move faster. Actually, with the way this one works, everybody else starts just moving faster. You feel like you're moving kind of normally, but just everybody around you seems to be moving almost twice as fast as they were before. You're out of time.
Now I feel like I'm late. And Harmony is going to drop down to the ground because she's been like hovering 3 feet off the ground. Drop down and go, "I think I told you to lay down," and stomp her foot on the ground and cast. Oh, I just
Command?
remembered the name of it. Earth Tremor.
Oh,
Okay. Does that spell have a casting time of 1 action?
Yes.
Will you roll a d20 for me?
Oh, wait, this is gonna be evil. This is gonna be evil. 12.
12. Okay. You cast the spell, the Earth Tremor, and that tremor you see slowly rolling forward from you. The spell will work, but it will not take effect until your next turn.
Ah, can I roll the damage for it now or wait? I should wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, wait for now.
It's the
Which
worst.
takes us to Chester.
And right now, who's next to the rabbit?
Splinter and Momi.
Okay. All right.
Oh, also when it takes effect, everybody has to roll a dexterity saving throw. Sorry.
No problem.
Anybody that's near the rabbit.
And Chester, you are seeing like the ground is slowly just like rolling forward.
Sick. So seeing this rolling forward, he's gonna actually move off again another 20 feet, more to the right, kind of almost directly to the side now. And he's gonna yell over, "Hey! You ever hear this one? Why can't leopards hide?
What?
Because they're always spotted."
Why?
He's
He's
gonna
gonna take,
cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
He's also gonna take 2 points of psychic damage,
Thinking about it.
and he makes a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
Correct?
Wisdom 14.
It's a natural 20 minus 2 on the D4.
Okay.
So he does succeed. He does take a little bit of psychic damage from that awful pun.
Well, there you go.
Anything else you're
yep.
doing?
He's just gonna shit and get ready for his next turn.
The terrible joke. Layla.
Layla is just like, I can't stand these jokes anymore. We gotta get rid of this huge bunny. Ugh. And she like stomps around to the back if she can make it. I think she can make it around to the back, 30 feet, and casts Thunderclap. She gets really close to him. And I believe, what's it, Constitution save?
Big Constitution saving throw. D4.
Is that for everybody? Do me and Splinter need to do that too?
We'll say she's able to move far enough to the side. It is a large creature, and so she's able to skirt around so you guys won't get caught in it. It got a 14.
Oh, I think I have, mine says 12, so. I think
Okay,
I just
so
hurt myself.
does it deal half damage?
I don't think so.
Okay. Anything else you're doing with your turn then?
Can I kick it?
That would be an attack, so that'd be an action.
Oh, can I
Yeah.
just kick the dirt like I'm mad?
Oh, you can kick it. It won't deal damage. You just kind of like kick it in the shin.
Yeah,
One
I'm
of
gonna
the
kick it in the
heads-
shin. And be
One of the
like,
head turns towards you.
oh, shit. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Momi.
Momi, who is taken aback by everybody zooming around him now, will attempt to slow down the situation, and he is going to cast Entangle, and as he does, larger than normal Momraths appear out of the ground, but legs first, and just try and reach and grab at anything that happens to be around.
From the ground, these
Yep.
tube sock appendages just reaching
With
forward.
tiny little tube sock fingers at the very ends of them, just trying to reach and grab
Okay.
everything. So it's a 20-foot square, and it's a strength saving throw.
All right. That is a 8 on his saving throw.
That would be a fail. He needed a 14.
Okay, so he is now restrained.
He is now restrained. Yep.
Okay.
And since I don't have a bonus action, that will be it.
The White Rabbit is going to make its attacks and is now just, I'm late to bring you her heads. Oh, did I skip? I skipped Splinter. Sorry. Your turn, Splinter.
Just we're gonna do a couple punches, and we'll add the bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That's an 8. So a lot. 24.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
So immediately, sorry, go ahead and do the attack.
6 points of damage. And then if your thing does a thing, I'm gonna do another
Yes.
secondary
Okay.
attack.
I'll say, the moat thunderously shatters, so it's going to like pop and explode like a tambourine and a what are they called?
Cymbal?
Mike, what's the drumline thing? Cymbals. Thank you.
Symbols.
Like a bunch of cymbals smashing onto a tambourine. I'm sure that sounds lovely. And the target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed a Constitution saving throw against the spell's DC or take thunderous damage equal to the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay. So that with Bane is a 2 plus, so 6, I imagine, is less than your spell DC. So it takes 8 points of damage. That's what you rolled on the inspiration die, right, David?
I rolled an 8. Yes, on the
Okay.
inspiration die.
Oh,
Takes
I just
8 more
realized
points of damage.
I actually cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which is also a concentration, so Bane would have dropped.
Oh,
But
okay.
still.
It still would have only been a. What did I say before? 8 would have been 2 higher than what it was. So we're still good.
Do I have to roll
Nah.
that?
You have to as well.
Okay. And also,
I would have to, right?
would I get my second punch in before that or no?
Yes, you would still get your second punch in.
Okay.
'Cause it's-
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Okay. And then 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of
And-
bludgeoning damage.
Now, what am I trying to roll here?
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
10.
10 is probably going to fail.
And am I going to need to do that too? I think I was within 5 feet.
Yeah, if you guys were right next to each other, let's have you roll it as well. And then, so David, you take 8 points of damage.
Also a 10, actually.
That's
Yeah,
not good.
8 points of damage.
Okay.
You
I
just
got
did a
21,
shit ton of
so-
damage to everybody.
That might be the most damage done in a single turn, and it wasn't even on your turn. The White Rabbit, that explosion connecting at the same time as Splinter's second strike, one of the connects with the jaw of the newly formed head and just tears it clean off. That's blood pouring out as this creature looks awful. The first head is going to take a bite at Splinter again. The second head is going to, where it can no longer bite, try to smack Layla, who had kicked it in the shin, with just the upper teeth. It just comes down with its jaw against Splinter. That is a 16 to hit.
My armor class? Twice?
14.
That is 7 points of damage to Splinter. And
Dodge.
that is 18 towards to try to hit Layla, which it's not a dexterity saving throw, so I don't think you can
Dodge.
use dodge unless you have something that increases your armor class, which I'm not positive about. Rogues, you're a rogue, right?
Yeah.
Um,
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to halve the attack's damage against you.
Oh, perfect. So you'll take half
Cool.
damage from this. So that is 6. So you only take 3 points of piercing damage from the long, sharp teeth just thudding into your shoulder. You pull out of the way before it can fully connect, but it still leaves 2 big bloody grooves through your armor.
Ah,
At the
shit.
end of its turn, the slow roiling earth comes to its feet and detonates. Go ahead and roll
Jesus.
damage for your erupting earth.
My own teammate's gonna kill me.
14.
14.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh
Which-
no.
The ground explodes underneath it, ripping its feet out to the sides, and it collapses, a large rock shard impaling through the chest. It said, "Wait." Slumps to the ground.
That hits me too, right?
And me.
If you guys if you did not get your what is the save? Hold on.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
I'm at
Yeah.
-2 because I'm slowed.
+7. I got 10.
Oh fuck.
14.
So you guys both also take, is it 18 points of damage?
Ow.
I'm down.
15.
What was the DC?
14.
14? Okay, so
I would
Layla's
take
good.
half then, right? It's meets it beats it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Meets
okay.
it, beats it. So half damage. Layla, you take half damage. Do you have evasion yet?
I think that's level 7.
Okay, so you will take half damage. So 9 points to Momi, 9 points to Layla.
Son of a tit biscuit.
And Master Splinter is down.
Is on the
Oh,
ground.
no.
Are we in combat still?
Nope, you are out of combat. The white
Okay.
rabbit on the ground, the shreds of his blue tail coat kind of wrapped around parts of him. So he just lays kind of impaled on this large rock.
Harmony is going to go and flit over to Sliver and cast Cure
Sliver?
Wounds. Sliver?
Splinter.
What is it?
Splinter.
Bigger cousin.
The Sliver that's splintered off, okay?
Oh,
Oh shit.
Sliver and Sprinter.
Sprinter now.
It's just gonna be the thing the whole game. She's gonna flutter over and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level. So that'll be 8 healing. Oh, 9, because that's a +3, not a +2. So 9 healing.
Okay.
I searched the
have-
rabbit pockets. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You
you're good?
can go through its pockets. It clearly does. It has the amulet or the not amulet, stopwatch or pocket watch.
Pocket watch.
Sorry, around its neck, which you can recover. This will allow you once per short rest to cast the slow spell in a cone. You do have to maintain concentration, but it's a 30-foot cone, and you can attempt to slow everybody in there. It's a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw against that. You have-
Does the rabbit's body shrink back down to normal size, or does it stay?
It does
Pretty
not.
much.
It remains large and twisted.
Bummer. Okay.
Anybody in particular want this thing? Or should I keep it? Or like try to give it to Harmony and she like sinks
Yes.
a little?
It looks beautiful. Oh,
Size of
Maybe-
a large dinner platter to you.
maybe not. Take it.
Okay, I take it back. I'm like, anybody? No?
No one else
Keep
can
it.
make use of it. I can.
Okay,
I
I'll
can.
put it in my. What?
I said if no one else can make use of it, I can.
Okay, yeah, you take
What?
it. I can give that to you, Chester.
Frisbee it
Yeah.
over.
I'm gonna
It has.
Mommy.
I will say it has nothing else in
Oh,
its
Mummy.
pockets.
Sorry, Mummy.
But as you're kind of going through the tattered remains of its coat, pulling it to the side, you see there is a section that looks like the fur had been shaved off. It's still skin underneath, a couple like stretch marks running through from it growing. But there is clearly a brand of a heart on the white rabbit's side.
Evil, evil queen.
I
I'm
thought
gonna
this was just the end of. I thought this was the end of Wonderland, not the work of the Queen.
walk over and pick Splinter up onto his feet, kind of brush him off a little bit. You're all right, sir. You're all right. Hey, Bug Girl. Maybe next time, don't hurt our friends. Huh?
Well, don't be in the way.
We're friends now, huh?
She does make a point. Next time, I will not stand in the way of our allies.
Goes to prove no matter how wise you are, you can still learn something.
Or maybe not use abilities that will hurt allies.
It
Just
doesn't
a
hurt
thought.
my friends. We can all fly.
Yes, well, I do not fly.
Not yet.
That shit's not gonna fly anymore. We gotta make sure we're a team here.
Okay, yeah. What do we
Onward
do
and upward.
next? Yeah.
Like down the path is what Chester said.
Yeah.
Cheshire. That's gonna get confusing.
Mm-hmm. Harmony, do you need a
Conti-
ride? And she puts her hand on her
Yes.
shoulder.
Yeah, I landed pretty hard. That was some tough work back there.
She's just sitting on my shoulder.
Yes, you
She's
did.
gonna like pull
lot
out her
of
little
work.
antennas and clean them.
Oh, okay. I'm like, all right. Can we go down the path?
Continuing down the path for a little ways, you see in the sky kind of a flash of light as the crack grows a little larger. It's spreading like glass across the night sky. Continuing down until you hear this a one-sided sounding conversation in the distance. Change places! Is this tea time, not nap time? Let me help you.
Oh, tea time. Pulls out his kettle from his bag.
Do you guys approach the voice?
Continue on in.
Moving forward, you reach the edge of this mushroom grove. Coming out, a large table set with tea and finger cakes and just kind of an assortment of tea time snacks, cookies and biscuits. Moving a clearly dead dormouse from one seat to another, setting him down, is a thin, tall man in a large hat, kind of a scruffy beard, and a wild look to his eyes. He sets the dormouse into his seat and positioning his hands in his lap and setting a saucer with a teacup kind of in it, which tips and kind of slowly begins to spill as this hatted person moves and pulls out a seat and sits down across from a March hare who is just face down in a bowl of soup. Also clearly dead. And Mad Hatter just continues talking to them. And I've never seen you ever quite this lazy. And he sets himself a cup of tea and kind of shaking the tea sloshing to the other sides of the cup. Takes it and takes a sip. Oh, yes, for tea time. Please, sit. Help yourselves.
Hello, friend. What's your name?
They just simply call me the Mad Hatter around here. Please, tea, sit, 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 sit.
All right now.
Sit.
Can I stand?
No, you must
Okay.
sit. Not there, not there,
Oh, okay.
there. He
Oh,
points to another
alright.
seat.
Do you have a booster seat?
Um, no. Perhaps, and he takes off his hat and he sets it on the seat next to him, which kind of would bring it. So if you're sitting on it, would you be about level with the table? Would you like
Pull it
tea,
over to
little
me
one?
right next to
Tea?
Yes, please.
He
If you don't mind, sir.
pours you a cup. Anybody else that agrees to have tea, he pours a cup for each of you, and then reaches for the sugar cubes and just with the little tongs just starts dropping. So what brings you all here? And is just dropping sugar cubes into Harmony's cup.
Nothing eventful, just the end of Wonderland. That's all.
Yes, it was not quite what it used to be. I'm used to a little madness, but it just seems outrageous.
Right.
He's gonna reach over and try and catch one of the sugar cubes as it falls.
Easy enough. He's not really, but he has been dropping them just into your teacup. He's probably put 7 or 8. Like tea is pouring over the sides into the saucer.
She's gonna just like kind of
My cup
nibble
under.
on the sugar cube.
Try to catch the extra ones he's not paying attention to.
Oh, out of sorts, more so than usual. And he hands out tea to each of you.
If
So-
if I'm sitting next to the hair, can I like grab his head and pick it up and just look at him? And just, your friend's not
Very
doing so
dead.
well.
Yeah, he's
We'll
been
just set him back
exceptionally
down.
tired. Today, they're not even changing places. Changing places! Change places!
I dived
He
across the table
stands
to
up.
the next chair.
He kind of leaps across as well, and so you two are now sitting next to each other.
Harmony tries to lift the hat with her as she moves to the next chair.
Takes a little while. You drop down. Good. Some sense of normalcy. Yeah, so you're dealing with the end of Wonderland. Good. That's I've had quite enough of this. Ever since the Jabberwock killed Alice and the Queen took the Vorpal Blade as her own, it's been less fun.
Less mad.
And I will grab the box of sugar cubes instead of my tea and just start eating sugar cubes.
Does not miss a beat, barely even notices the he goes, not less mad, just different mad. This doesn't seem to be the good mad. Life is boring without a little bit of madness, but this is too much excitement.
Do you know how we're supposed to kill the Jabberwocky if Alice couldn't do it?
Well, the Vorpal Blade is said to be the only thing that can slay the Jabberwock, which the Queen of Hearts has it now, ever since Alice was killed by the Jabberwock. Oh, the Jabberwock. If you retrieve that, I suppose, or you could just escape if you don't believe you're up to the task. There is a way out of Wonderland. The blue box, seemingly out of place, out of time, out of place. It would take you out of Wonderland. You could just go. We could go. It's tea time. I can't leave. But if you don't wish to defeat the Jabberwock, simply making your way past it. Either way. Save or leave.
But
if we leave, what happens to everybody here in Wonderland? The flowers, the bread and butterflies, even the bandersnatches, like it's all gone.
Prumius Bandersnatches may be fine. They, the Queen of Hearts is just untethered the madness. She freed the Jabberwock and set it to break the constraints, so she could do as she wished. She always sought to control all of Wonderland, not just the pieces that she had. And she would apparently rather be the Queen of Ashes than the Queen of Nothing. Those of us who embrace the madness, I'm sure, will be fine.
Well, maybe
Well,
we
the
can
ones
help.
you travel with,
What direction do we need to head to meet the queen?
That path there will lead you to the tower. The tower on her wall. There's a door. It is the quickest way in. If you wish to meet the queen, try not to lose your heads.
Yeah.
But that path there leads to the Queen's Tower, or that path there direct to the Jabberwock in its lair, where it rests, and where the way out would be. Where the way out would be. Either path, either path.
What if we just made friends with the Jabberwock?
I believe.
You'd have to. Yeah, you haven't seen the Jabberwock. He's not a friends type individual.
Not the
I
friendliest.
can be very friendly.
And you could be very
You can
dead.
stomp at him again.
I
I
could.
can attest.
Alice was
Harmony
quite
can
known.
be very friendly.
Alice was known for making friends. Even this she could not befriend. For blade in hand she went, and snip snap went Alice's back, as the Jabberwock did descend. I think she too hoped to befriend the beast, and turn it against the Queen of Hearts' will, but... well, we see how that went. He looks now sitting kind of on the other side of the March Hare from Chester. He's over, does the same thing, kind of pulls him out of the soup. Right, March Hare? And he nods for him. See, back to your soup.
I'll just under my breath try to make a sound like I'm talking for the hair. That's just like, you got it.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh, that's cocked. That would be a 24.
24. Yeah, that's he fully believes it. So is back to your soup. Ah, good. That's the most chatty he's been all day. But you're also welcome to just stay for tea with me and witness the end as it comes. Not sure how
Well,
long
as
till
tempting
it
that
takes
may
us.
be.
I mean, do you have any cake?
Cake indeed, cake indeed. And he lifts up the hat that Harmony is sitting on and kind of reaches into it, and his arm kind of extends up like past the elbow, far deeper than that should be. Reaches around for a little bit, and he pulls out a full bundt cake with drizzled icing, and just hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. And I'll cut a piece off and start enjoying
We
it.
could have company at the end.
Does he set the hat back down?
He does, and he never didn't try to brush you off of it. He just lifted it with you there, and then carefully set it back down.
Well, as lovely as the tea is, there's lots of creatures in Wonderland that are still depending on us. So perhaps some tea to go.
Tea to go. Yes. And he pulls out a small book and flips through a couple pages and whistles kind of a strange tune. And you all watch as the teapot shudders a little bit, and then little legs pop out, 6 legs on either side, and lift it up. and it just starts slowly walking towards Momi.
Perfect. And I'll grab a piece of the bundt cake, take off the lid of the kettle as we get up to leave, and just start dipping bundt cake in tea and eating it.
While that's happening, Harmony is going to flit off of the top of the hat and try and lift it up and crawl underneath and see what's inside.
Okay, you lift it up, the hatter paying no real heed to you, and it drops on you, and it's just dark, and you fly up a little bit, and a little bit higher, until it opens into a kind of a large void-like space with piles of snacks and cakes. There are boxes of tea, all these things just kind of scattered around, kind of willy-nilly. You look around for a moment until you realize that there's no air.
It's a hat of holding.
And before she dives back out and tries to get back out, she's going to grab like a cookie. One that's
Grab a
very
cookie.
colorful.
As you guys kind of see Harmony crawl into the hat and it shift and move, and the Mad Hatter goes, "Oh, she forgot her tea," and picks up a saucer, puts it on top of the hat, and then begins pouring tea into the saucer. Harmony, as you try to get out, I'm going to need you to make a athletics check.
Okay. Hold on. That's not gonna be great.
On the bright side, this
Actually
won't be the
gonna-
first at the tea time today, so.
I'm actually also going to look at your inventory and the amount of weight. Oh no, so you can lift up to 250 pounds.
Really? As a fairy? Oh,
Based on your strength score, your carrying capacity is 120. You have
My
22
strength
pounds of
score?
stuff. Yeah, you have 120. Like you have 22 pounds of stuff on you.
okay, that's fair. But my strength score is like a -2.
Yeah, and you have your carrying capacity is
-1.
120 pounds. You can push, drag, or lift
Okay.
240. So it's easy enough. There's a
Okay.
moment of panic as you didn't
Feel
like
some
take
more
you
resistance
didn't
than normal.
Yeah, you didn't take a big breath going in, so you're kind of panicking as you scrabble for the lip of the hat, and it weighs more than it did, and you lift it up and squeeze through, the hat dropping. Oh, you don't go into the hat for tea and cake. You bring the tea and cake out here, where it's tea time. Didn't realize you were in there.
She lifts up her cookie.
It's yours, of course. Of course.
Okay, let's go. It's just gonna like fly up, holding this cookie, and go land on Leia's shoulder. Would you like some?
Well, yes. So I like grab one with my other hand because the other one has cake in it. I'm just like,
And on your path, beware the fumerous Bandersnatch.
I've been branded too.
Oh, you should always beware a fumerous Bandersnatch, regardless of whether or not it's been branded with the Queen of Hearts mark.
Although a recently branded Bandersnatch is very aggressive. You would be too if you'd been recently branded.
True.
Sounds fair.
Oh, Mad
As
Hatter,
You know what the
you-
brand
before we
means?
leave,
Hmm.
I forgot to ask, what's your favorite kind of tea?
Earl Grey. I prefer it much more than Duke Green.
I definitely thought it would have been Insanity. I'll just walk away.
Take psychic damage.
Master Splinter's unconscious again.
I will, during the course of tea time, you guys can take a short rest.
Ooh, yay.
Yay!
Well, never mind. I was gonna say if I could be playing during that time, but it's all good.
Yeah, no, you absolutely can. That's something you would have been aware
Okay.
of and able to
Yeah.
swim
So
away.
I guess while we were resting, then any of you can take an extra 1d6 hit points to regain.
Well, and I actually think this is a good point. Let's take just a quick break. We're at about the halfway point, I think. So let's take a minute. Everybody can get drinks, reset, be ready to go whichever direction you're choosing.
Awesome.
Awesome. We'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you when we're back from break. Bye. welcome back to Easy Dispel, where the name is Easy Dispel, and we did it wrong anyways. I don't know that we need to reintroduce. It's only been about an hour since we first introduced ourselves, so if you're just joining us, too bad. We took our break just a few minutes ago with you guys with two paths to choose from. One direct to the Jabberwock to risk an early escape. The other to the Red Queen to retrieve the Queen of Hearts, sorry, to retrieve the vorpal sword, and then potentially fight the Jabberwock and save Wonderland. Which path did you choose?
I could not save, or I could not talk to my sons if I did not at least try to save Wonderland.
I mean, this is my home.
Sprinter.
Yeah, let's
Safer.
head to the Queen.
Let's do it.
You, excuse me, make your way down the path, an open clearing, the sky above you continuing to crack. Sounds to the east of some terrible commotion of a creature roiling and tearing something off in the distance, still quiet, but you can only presume to be the Jabberwock. Continue down this path for a little ways, and off to the side, in a small cluster of bushes, you see large, heavy furred shoulders and a terrible crunching sound.
Do we know what this
It's a-
creature is?
It's clearly a Bandersnatch, devouring something. If you like, you can make a perception check, if you'd like to see what it is eating.
Sure, why not?
I'll do the same.
I couldn't tell you with the 6.
I might be able to with an 18.
12.
Momi, kind of peering through the bushes, you see a large, kind of segmented, fat blue tail poking out of the bushes. On one side is some sort of tobacco smoking apparatus tipped over, the long hose running out, and blue ichor creeping out from underneath as the Bandersnatch seems to be currently devouring some giant blue caterpillar.
I will turn around and make the sign to everybody in the party, and I will cast Pass Without a Trace on us.
Okay.
And I will make like very dramatic tiptoeing motions.
All of your little wraiths falling behind their tube socks and very exaggerated tiptoes.
Oh, and I guess I should describe it. As I cast Pass Without a Trace, little mome rats pop up beneath everybody's feet. And as your feet step down into a new spot, mome rats pop up and you step on padded heads.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh.
I'll have stealth checks from everybody that wants to try to sneak past the Bandersnatch.
25.
And with Pass Without a Trace, what does that do for
Plus 10.
Okay.
Plus 10 to whatever we rolled.
Mhm.
Yep.
19.
And then plus whatever your normal stealth modifier would be. Okay, so 19,
24.
25,
Yeah, 23.
23.
I hate to ask this, but does Nat 1 still fail?
You can't critically fail a skill check.
Okay.
And maybe it's a group
But
skill
I'm-
check. So.
Then 20. I'm okay.
Okay, 20. You all quietly make your way past. Any noise you do make covered by the crunching, slurping noises from the bushes. The tail twitches. You make your way past. Continuing down the path, a ways, a few miles, a long walk. You see people fighting in the distance with each other, other creatures collapsing and changing as the magic that holds Wonderland together, that promotes its delightful absurdity, twists into something broken and dangerous. Just as the Mad Hatter said, you eventually come to a large tower on the edge of the wall of the city. A door closed in front of you.
Well, shall we?
What are we going to do? Are we just going to blast in and blast the queen, or are we gonna try and sneak in, or?
I'm sure she's a
Can we look for
reasonable
traps?
person.
You're new here, aren't you?
Can we check for traps?
Yeah, go ahead and make your investigation or perception check. Whichever you'd prefer.
Okay. 17.
There does appear to be a small gem inlaid in the center of the doorknob of the handle.
Good call. Good call.
Shoot it?
What was that?
Should I shoot a bow and arrow at it? Try to break it? Or should we get closer and investigate it?
We
What do
should
y'all
do it the
think?
quiet way. Whatever
Okay.
the quiet way happens to
Fine.
be.
I'll cast Mage Hand. And I guess so. It's just a gem sitting in the middle.
Just there's the doorknob, and amidst some of the carvings and etchings in the doorknob, there's just a small green crystal gem.
I'll have my Mage Hand go up and just kind of touch around the gem, see if it has any like give to it at all.
Make a spell cast, like a spell ability check. Say whatever your spell casting like attack modifier would be. At that.
16.
16. Your spectral hand floating out, fiddling with the gem. It wiggles a little bit, and then finally gives, falling out into the palm of your spectral hand.
All right. Well, I don't know if that gem was anything, but it's out.
On the gem
Okay.
spot. Shoot. Can we go see if it's open now? How about little?
Yeah, that was the apparent trap. So
Oh, okay.
the trap is now disarmed.
Okay.
Really quick, Chester, what do you do with the gem?
I'm just gonna set it down off to the side
Gently
and just
placing it on top of a
lightly,
small stone.
yeah, just lightly placing it there, and then I'll just
Okay.
move my hand over to open the door.
Turn the doorknob. The
Yep.
door swings open easily. There's a faint light inside.
Well, it looks like it's unlocked. We're good to go in, right? That's how these doors work.
That's how doors work. Yes. Let's do this.
Do
All right.
you want me to sneak ahead?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'll
Maybe you
come
should
in
take
right
someone
behind
with
you.
you. There you go.
Do you want
Do you want
to?
some socks with her?
I,
What was that?
I don't have any socks.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
Does
Go
anyone
ahead
want to
and-
come with me? Okay.
You both would like to roll stealth checks.
Yes, and I'm gonna roll it on real dice because D&D Beyond hates me today.
I got a 9.
Not nat 20.
Okay. You both quietly enter the room. Layla, as you kind of cross through, just without thinking, because it's the polite thing to do, shut the door behind you with kind of a thud. The two of you are in the room. There does not appear to be anybody here with you. There is a small table. There is a large cake with a little sign that says, "Eat me." And 3 potions. 2 that say, "Drink me." 1 that says, "Do not drink me."
I'm gonna flit over and inspect these foods and drinks and see what they are.
Okay. 1 is a cake that says, "Eat me." There are 3 vials of the
Okay.
very similar looking blue liquid. You can make. I'm
I-
just kidding. I'm kidding. You
I
can make
was
an
like-
You can make an investigation check or an Arcana check.
Right, they are.
Can I help her with the investigation check?
You can. You can either make your own check or one of you can make investigation with advantage.
Let's both do
How
it.
great are you at investigating?
I have a +4, so, but
I'll help you. We'll give you
Okay.
advantage.
all right. So that means I roll twice, correct?
Mhm.
Yep,
Yeah.
you roll twice. If you're on D&D Beyond, you can actually right-click on where you would roll and
Oh.
select advantage, and then hit roll. It will roll with advantage for you, or you can just roll it
Alright.
twice.
Okay, so I got a 16. Oh,
16?
yeah, 16.
There are no instructions written, but kind of investigating. The cake looks fine. The 3 bottles seem to have been tampered with. You're looking at the labels where the "Drink Me" and the 2 that say "Drink Me" and the 1 that says "Don't drink me" have apparently had their labels removed and replaced.
Sneaky.
Should I go ahead and take a bite of the cake, or do you want to take a bite of the cake?
Maybe we save them for.
Oh, we're saving them? Okay.
Yes.
I just take a big handful of cake and put it in my bag.
Okay, you have a handful of cake.
Let's see what else is nearby before we tell everybody to come in.
Okay.
Are there any
Alright.
other doors or hallways off of the room?
Make a perception check.
I'll help you.
Perceptione.
So you'll have advantage.
Okay, sweet. Oh, heckin' yes. That is 21.
21.
Yes.
There are 2 other doors. One of them is about 20 feet in the air, kind of a normal sized door. And there's another door about what you would be used to in your home, about 10 inches tall, at the very bottom in the corner of the room.
Keyholes
Let
in
me
the door?
see.
What was that?
Are there keyholes? Like, could she flit up there and look in both?
She could.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the one on the ground first and see if there is any traps on this door.
We'll say, because just rolling with your previous investigation checks, there are no traps in the store, on either door. Just rolling with those. Looking through the keyholes, the one on the ground floor you can see some bushes and what appears to be a croquet court beyond it. Flying up to the top one, looking through the keyhole, which is about the size of your face, so very easy, looks to lead to the castle wall, the top of it.
Okay.
You think we should go get our friends?
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're gonna open the door back up.
Like, oi,
Okay.
Well,
Come
there's
on
some
inside.
cake in here.
Cake.
I like cake. not Red Queen cake.
Oh, that's a good point.
Let's
Um,
get to it.
Harmony, do you want to tell them what you saw?
Oh, yes, yes, in the tiny door down here, and she's gonna fly over to the tiny door. There's a garden and croquet, and it looks like maybe some flowers and things, and she's gonna fly up to the top door. And the door up here is the top of the castle. The castle wall.
Is the door up top a normal sized door?
It is a normal sized door.
And the one at the bottom is a Harmony sized door.
Correct.
Okay.
and
So
then
we
this
have
says
several
drink me.
choices. Yes.
And if there's one thing I know about Wonderland, you always follow instructions because it's good manners.
Yes, but we kind of think that these have been tampered with. See the sticker here? It looks a little like somebody switched it. Do we need to
Ah.
test these out?
Also, our cake said "eat me."
Oh, that too.
Well, that's just bad manners. Rude.
Right?
I'm just gonna lean on the table a little bit and just. So I mean, what do you guys want to do? And I'm just gonna take a bite of the cake.
You take a bite of the cake, and the table gets small. Everybody gets smaller as you grow from 6 feet to 12 to 24 to about 30 or so feet tall, filling the space. I need everybody who did not eat the cake to make a dexterity saving throw as his feet and legs expand to nearly fill the tower you're in, and you become just about eye level with the upper door.
22.
13.
25.
6.
Harmony takes 2 points of bludgeoning
Oh,
damage as you're
9,
just
sorry.
Yep, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you're just like squished against the wall and have to like pull yourself through his fur.
You need a shower.
Well, y'all got a lot smaller.
You got a lot bigger.
Well, I can see this door now.
Is
Can
it
you open
open?
it?
I'll just reach up and try to wiggle
You
it.
just very carefully turn the doorknob and push the door open. It's now probably about this big in proportion to you. You look through, and you see the top of the wall, an empty courtyard leading to the castle gates. A little staircase around the side leading up to the wall, to the ramparts.
It's just an empty field. Leads up to the gate. What about that door down there?
Oh, it led to the gardens.
Is it open?
Oh, I didn't check to see if it opened. And I'll flit down there trying to, like, shove the hair out of my way as I go.
You get to the and it opens just fine, and you can walk through it normally. And it's the gardens. You kind of look up and you can see the top of the tower where the other door is and where it leads around. It kind of opens into the same courtyard. The croquet stakes all in place, some of the croquet balls, and some flamingos kind of rummaging around in the grass looking for snacks.
So it seems like we should go into this croquet yard to play around at croquet. Do we all want to get a ride up? Who's gonna?
Those that go up will be up above the garden. Nobody else can fit through this door. But maybe if we eat more,
Drink more. Maybe.
or drink more. Well,
think-
which one do we drink?
Do you want to
Why don't-
take a bottle out and try it in the garden?
Hey, Chester.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Hey, Chester!
Yeah, what's up?
Can you put me up there?
Of course. Pick him up and bring him
Like
right up to
stuff.
the door.
Momi, you are now standing on the castle wall.
Yep, it's a castle wall. Is this where the vorpal sword would be, or do you think down through the gardens?
And now that you're able to move past the door, Moment, you can see down into the, like you can see the croquet court kind of around the tower a little bit. They lead into the same courtyard. These are different ways of entering that same space.
And since I am imagining a wide view of this courtyard. Are there doors on the other side? Is there a large door that I think might lead into a central chamber? Is there?
There
Where
is
could I go from
there are some small steps leading up to a large door that leads into the castle proper. On the other side of the courtyard, kind of opposite from where you are.
So I would have to jump like off the castle wall into the courtyard to walk up the stairs to the main door. Is the idea?
Around the side, there is a stairway that leads to the rampart, like from the ramparts into the courtyard. So you can walk down the stairs. You don't have to jump off the wall or anything.
It seems like. Well, I don't know what you said, so I'm not up there. So.
It seems like this is the easier way. We don't have to go through a small door. We can go through a regular sized door.
Oh, well, if I grab these potions and I get a ride up there, maybe we could get out the door and hand one back to Chester, and he could get smaller and go through the other door. It seems like he's not going to get out of any door.
Or he could hold on to the ledge of the upper door, drink a potion, and then pull himself up.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. And I'll just put my hand back down and wait for anybody
Everybody-
to climb up.
Yeah,
Jump on,
Splinter,
I'm like-
Splinter and Layla both can easily stand in your hand as you kind of lift them back up and place them out the door.
I hand those potions back, and I'm like, dealer's choice. Drink
There are
me.
two potions that say "drink me," one that says "don't drink me."
And you said the labels look like they've been tampered with?
That's what what we investigated earlier. Right, Harmony?
Yeah, I think.
Can I do like an Arcana check or something to see if I can
You can
determine what
go ahead.
they are?
If you are proficient in alchemist supplies, you can use that, or you can make an Arcana check.
Can I help you with the Arcana check?
If the DM will allow it.
Yeah, you can assist.
I'll just roll with advantage. 22.
22. You think there's no way to be sure because the the liquid inside all looks identical. You've ruled out one of the drink me potions as being dangerous, kind of looking closely. Very difficult with how big you are, but it doesn't seem as though that label was removed. There were only two. So you are pretty sure this one is safe unless it was bad to begin with.
I think the don't drink me would be the safest one.
You know, I was thinking living on the edge. You know, it's Wonderland. Nothing's the way it seems, right?
Our motto.
So I just
We're
like,
all mad here.
indeed. I uncork it, and I'm like, okay, open up. And I'm just like,
And I'll grab on or put my claws as best as I can on the little door and drink whatever one she chose to pour down my gullet.
Which one did you pour for him?
the do not drink me.
The do not drink me. The door, kind of where you're just holding the doorknob with two fingers, kind of barely, begins to swell, and you adjust your grip as you shrink down to your regular size, hanging from the doorknob, and pull yourself up. Now you're all standing on the castle wall.
All right. Great choice.
Nicely done.
Feeling
Cat-like
refreshed.
reflexes.
Did
Yeah,
we
like-
leave the cake down there?
Oh, shit.
Huh?
I
Yeah.
feel like being really big would be helpful in a Jabberwocky fight, but
Oh, no, there's still some cake. Right.
I got a handful in my bag.
Ah.
And
Well,
I like pull
Okay.
out a little bit. And I'm like, you want me to keep it or you want some?
yeah, keep it. Keep
Okay.
it.
Pocket cake.
And I like
Yum.
Pocket cake.
stuff it back in. There's no like extra bag. It's just cake in the bag.
All the
We all know that-
frosting's gone now. It's just
There's some pieces of lint and stuff stuck to it, but it's still probably functional cake. Okay, you are all
Right,
now in the courtyard. There's the croquet course, or you can proceed to the door itself.
Mm,
The door.
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 The door. Okay.
Any traps?
You. It actually stands partially ajar as you get closer
so-
to it, pushing the door open into a large, just a large throne room. At one end, a woman in high-necked robes, a crown with a heart shape on top, with a flamingo stretched straight in one hand and another just kind of standing terrified next to her. She stands surrounded by the bodies of the card squires, card knights, slaughtered for her, their blood pooling on the floor.
Talk about a bad poker player. Jeez.
Hey, DM, can I retcon something just a tiny bit? I wanted
Yeah,
to
what's
do
up?
something while they were figuring out the potion thing.
Oh,
Um,
yes. What?
I wanted to use disguise self to put one of the queen's brands on my arm.
Okay. Easy
Okay.
enough. You enter,
I'll
and
whisper to the
she.
group. I'll whisper to the
Sorry.
group as we walk in.
Remember, manners, good manners, is key.
Of course.
She, as you enter, lazily looks over at you. I've killed enough today. What do you want? And think
Your-
carefully before you answer, or off with your head.
Your Majesty. And I'm going to give a huge bow and show off the brand on my arm as I curtsy and say, "We have come to help protect the sword."
I like do a awkward bow.
And you think I need assistance protecting the sword? I already took care of those in my court that I did not trust. Some seem to think that I'm being overzealous with my conquering of Wonderland. And she sits, bringing her legs from the lounging position, sits straighter, more regally.
Well, Your Majesty, we all need help on occasion. And we would hate for you to have to go do the dirty work that, need not be handled by such grace as yours. And I'm going to cast Friends.
Okay. That is a wisdom saving throw?
Actually, it's a cantrip. It doesn't. It's just as I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice.
Okay.
And when he says dirty work, I'm like wiping my dirty cake hand on my pants, like,
She immediately softens. Oh, of course. I'm sorry for questioning such, I'm assuming, to be trusted servants of the realm. The vorpal sword lies there. And she points, and just hanging on the wall, you see this brilliant energy sword radiating light from a small alcove, what you thought was just a torch initially. There. How do you intend to protect it? Just staying here with me?
I think
Well-
Go ahead.
Well, I was thinking we could take shifts, and maybe while those of us that are not on shift watching the sword, we could, play a game of croquet with you, so that you were not bored.
We'll allow you to make a charisma check with advantage from the casting of friends.
Okay. Charisma is something I am decent at. Let's hope my roll is okay. 20, not nat.
20,
Sorry,
not
go ahead.
nat. She stands, grabbing the other flamingo by the neck, running her hands down and straightening it out to where it stiffens. Yes, I'm always down for a game of croquet. I'll take this with us. And she grabs the vorpal sword, straps it across her back. Who am I playing against? And begins to walk out. And Chester, what is the duration of Friends?
1 minute. And
And
so
after it expires,
she knows that I used something. So as she's putting it on, I'm going to say, "Oh, Your Majesty, I'll hold that for you. Obviously, if you're going to be playing, you need to have as much movement as possible available to you."
go ahead and make another charisma check with advantage.
Can I cast Unseen Servant? Or how long does it last?
I think it takes a little while to cast, doesn't it?
I think it's
Or
a
is
10-minute
it just
cast
an
time.
action?
It's just an action, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You were able to cast Unseen Servant, yeah.
Just straight charisma, not like persuasion or anything.
Persuasion, yeah.
Okay, that would be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Oh, of course. Silly me. Yes, and she hands you the vorpal sword. Right. And who is my opponent?
Master Squinter is actually one of the best croquet players in the realm. Apart from yourself, obviously.
Obviously.
Yes, yes.
And I will cast Wild Shape and turn into a flamingo.
Ooh.
Yes. I grab him by the neck and just drag him.
Ah.
I send my Unseen Servant along.
Okay. You make your way out to the croquet court.
I will follow behind everybody.
Okay. She makes it. A minute has gone by. She stops for a moment, but then continues to the croquet court. She pulls out the flamingo, takes a shot. It's a decent shot, not great. And she turns and gestures to Splinter. Your turn.
Can I give him advantage on his shot? Very the road to El Dorado, except I'm
Yeah,
not playing the ball, I'm playing the stick.
As where you are very involved in this, I will let you give him advantage on this roll.
Sweet.
Add your
Servant.
dexterity modifier.
All right.
The Unseen Servant's there to, like, help the ball go where it's... I don't remember what croquet does, so I think it goes in the little...
Yeah,
And the
through
little loop, yeah.
the
Yeah.
gates. Yeah.
So he just like plays soccer with the little ball.
So
Unseen
Splinter,
Servant's just like...
Sticks his foot so it can bounce off.
so Splinter walks up slow, and then as he gets up, I think I can do this. And gives the ball a small smack for not natural 20.
Dirty 20. It rolls through. Surprising even you, it kind of curves unnaturally, and you manage to get through all but one of the hoops in your first shot. Does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
As you take your shot and you're watching, the rest of you see as he takes his shot, the Queen of Hearts just strikes him in the back with a flamingo,
Oh, fucking rude.
dealing that is 7 points of slashing damage to Master Splinter. Her second attack with the slightly shorter flamingo is only an 11 to hit. I think that misses you. I need everybody to roll initiative as she turns and goes, "You think you could trick me, the Queen of Hearts? Off with your heads!"
Son of a bitch. I have a initiative of 7.
20.
21.
Ooh.
16.
16,
3.
21. All right, starting with Harmony. She has gotten her surprise round in. I think
I'm
only,
gonna cast
I think not
sleep on
actually
her.
surprising anyone.
So Harmony's gonna go, oh, she's gonna pull up her back legs and start chirping them, rubbing them together so they make little chirpy noises, and she's gonna cast sleep.
Okay, I will let you know she has too many hit points for sleep to.
Oh,
Not a good
Factor.
opener.
okay.
But I do need
So
you to
I
roll a
won't even-
d100 as you cast a spell in the court of.
Of course.
Do. Gonna die.
Da, 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 really fast.
95.
95.
Oh, wow.
It's either really good or really bad.
You all feel a very sudden and sharp aversion to needles, or really anything piercing. Every creature within 30 feet of you gains vulnerability to piercing damage.
Wow.
Okay.
Feels
Not so
squishy.
great. Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, oh no,
Okay.
oh no, oh no.
Anything else you're doing with your turn?
No,
Okay.
nothing. Can't
Splinter.
do anything but spells.
2 seconds. I need to read because that kind of changed up what I was gonna do. Okay, unarmed strikes, got it. Okay. With that, is that just something that I know? That I feel like is a thing?
That you are vulnerable to piercing, yes.
Okay. And he is going to reach into his robe and pull out 2 ninja stars. And is going to throw them at the Queen of Hearts.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your 2 attacks.
They're labeled as darts on here, but they're ninja stars.
Yeah, that's fine.
19 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And that is 1. And I believe I can throw. Is that. I can make 2 attacks, so I'd be able to throw 2 ninja stars, right?
Yes, you can.
10.
10 misses.
Okay.
Just damage to the first one.
Okay. So it is a D4. That's still 5 points of damage. Me and my 5 points of
I've
damage.
doubled to 10 because it's piercing, and everybody's now vulnerable to piercing.
Sweet. And
Anything else
then
you're doing with your turn?
I'm actually going to spend a key point and do 2 unarmed attacks.
All right, go ahead and make those 2 attacks. Flurry of blows.
Flurry of
Do monk
blows.
shit.
19 and 15.
Both hit.
Sweet. And I can also do, well, I guess I'll roll damage. 5 and 9.
All right.
And can make 2. Sorry, I'm reading something because I saw it. I don't know where it went. I want to say I can like push open hand technique. When I use my flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on the target. Fall prone if it doesn't make a dex of that. Get pushed up to 15 feet. or it can't take a reaction. I'm going to go ahead and try to make her fall prone.
Okay. That is a what saving throw?
Dex save.
Saving throw. She rolled a natural 1.
Hey.
Welcome back.
He is prone. Anything else for you?
Yes, I'm gonna back away if I can. Would that still get opportunity of attack? Murmur.
No. Or yes, because she is prone, but she
She's-
still gets attack of opportunity. She would just be a disadvantage to make it.
Nah, I'm gonna hang out.
Okay. Bringing us to Chester.
I'm gonna look at the queen. Go ahead, Dave.
Sorry. Actually, yes, I do want to walk away. Sorry.
Okay. So she'll get 1 attack of opportunity against you, which is a 14 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, she misses.
All right. I'm gonna get up to the queen and with all the charisma in my body, I'm gonna say, "How do you get the Queen of Hearts' attention?" And then I'm gonna grab the vorpal sword and say, "Poker," and just try to stab her with the sword.
Okay, roll
was
your
actually pretty
attack.
15 plus whatever it is.
That hits.
Okay.
Let me check something really quick. Go ahead and roll damage as normal right now.
What dice?
It's a d20. Or, sorry. It is 1d8. And then you get an additional +3, because it is a +3 weapon.
9 points.
9 points of damage. She is looking pretty hurt. She is bloodied now. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that'll do it.
Did you
Hey,
roll with
she-
advantage because she was prone?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, give that roll for the crit.
Exact same.
Okay. She, spending half of her movement to pick herself up from prone, is going to, as a bonus action, hex Chester, who is standing in front of her. How do you take care of an annoying cat? You put it down. It's not a joke, it's just the truth. And then she's going to make her 2 attacks against you. Is a dirty 20 to hit on the first one,
No, I'm just kidding. It does.
and a 23 on the second one.
Yep, both hit.
Is 15 points of damage from the first attack. Slashing. So, and 8 points of damage from the second attack.
So 23 total.
Yep.
Okay.
Bringing us to Layla.
Hi. Just so you know, my computer decided that it's not going to accept the charging that I've been doing. So
Oh no.
Layla could die and disappear. But before she does that, she's going to run up to the Queen of Hearts and try to cut off her head, ironically, with her short sword.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay. Oh shoot! I have my. 2 plus. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Oh, still 2. So 7.
7 to hit, misses.
Okay, and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna make my unseen servant try to kick her?
The unseen servant can't deal damage.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it can only
And
carry
kick her.
small objects and help. It can't kick her, so it kicks her in the shin, and she looks around confused for a moment. The next is, we'll make an attack roll for your unseen servant. Just roll a d20 and tell me what you get.
A natural 1, but I have that unlucky thing. That lucky.
Yeah, but you're not. It's not for Layla. This is your unseen servant. Unseen servant's not a halfling.
Okay.
So it kicks her in the
Bummer.
shin. She looks confused for a moment, but it won't give any perk to the party. Anything else you're doing with your turn?
I'm praying that my computer doesn't die. So, no.
Okay, Momi.
Little bit of retcon. As she hits Master Splinter twice with the flamingo, Momi drops the flamingo guys and yells, "The gig is up!" And then goes to act and realizes that he didn't complete the transformation back, and the leg he was standing on is still a flamingo leg, and falls on his face, and
Okay.
spends the rest of the action everybody else's action trying to get back up. So he gets back to his feet, which is now his normal feet again, looks around and sees Chester having taken some hits, and casts Healing Spirit, which comes forth in the shape of a toaster 5 feet away from Chester, and bread and butterflies start coming out the top of the toaster, and one by one just start landing on Chester's shoulders and seeping in to heal for a d6.
That's so
And if you
good.
can also
A
roll a
6.
d100 for me.
Sure. Maybe. $81.
A1 or 81?
81.
81. You can take one additional action immediately
Ooh.
as
Oh,
you
shit.
are suddenly sped up. Time seems to slow down around you.
Woo! I will then ad lib real quick, and I will close the distance between myself and the Queen of Hearts, and I will rub my hands together, which normally generates heat, but in this case makes them colder, and reach out and grab her with a chill touch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit with that. 7 or 11. 11 hits.
Oh, nice. For 12 points of damage.
That's the damage, and she can necrotic, and she can no longer. She can't heal until your next turn, right?
Da, da, da. I don't see that. Can't regain hit points. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and that is a
We'll start my next
cantrip, so we don't have to worry. Harmony.
All right. The Harmony is going to. I haven't decided yet. Sorry. Cast. How many people are around the queen right now?
2
or
3
Three people.
4.
Yeah.
All four people are around.
Everybody
the
is
queen.
around.
Fuck it,
Queen.
it's on
Alright.
brand. It's on brand.
I had backed up. I had backed up.
Oh yeah, so 3 people. Splinter is the only one not.
Yeah, I learned my lesson. I got away.
She's going to oh no, that okay, duration is 1 minute. So she's gonna pull out a little piece of cloth, pull it taut, and as she does, it's going to kind of like blast a black band towards the queen's eyes to cast blindness. It's Constitution save 14.
He does not succeed. I rolled a natural 2. So she is now
All right.
blind. Please roll a d100 for me.
D100. That is 96.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
From
I only get A's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
same thing.
piercing damage again, so no apparent effect. Splinter.
Yeah. Same thing. We're gonna pull out 2 more ninja stars.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attacks.
My dog just mistakenly knocked over a garbage can.
Mistakenly is.
Yeah. Quote unquote.
No, it was a legit mistake. She watched her do it. She wasn't no intent.
Aw, cute.
22 for the first one.
Hits.
Oh wow. 22 for the second one.
All right, roll your damage.
7 for the first.
14 because of the
And-
vulnerability.
6 for the second.
As you hurl these 2 throwing stars, they thud into her back, and she kind of stumbles for a minute and takes a half-hearted swing at the people around her with both flamingos. Off with their heads. Off with their heads. Collapses to one knee and just kind of swings again and just collapses to her face. Blood pooling around her. You have the vorpal sword in hand. The Queen of Hearts is dead. One obstacle stands in your way.
Her neck. Cut it off her head. Anyway.
You can.
Go ahead.
I'll
Do it.
stick the sword out. No? Okay.
Okay. The final threat to Wonderland is the Jabberwock.
Well, let's get this done. Let's save this place.
Before we get to that, who's gonna wield that thing? You did a pretty good job with it. Just gonna hang on to it.
I can. Unless you think it's...
Oh.
I mean, if it's too big for you, I can hold it.
Yeah, that's way too big for me.
Not if you take some cake and I pull out just a little linty bite.
Maybe later.
Okay. Sorry.
Maybe we should all take some cake when we go to fight the Jabberwock.
Good idea.
And then we'll all be his size.
Alright. Great.
Alright.
Let's find him.
And I'm just going to start running out the castle.
Are you running on all fours like a cat? Or
No,
are you
just two.
Puss in Boots?
Puss in
Okay.
Boots.
You all make your way out the castle through the main gate. Be able to unbar
Oh.
it from this side.
Sorry, can I retcon my healing spirit toaster? I will use the remainder of the bread and butterflies to heal up probably Chester because I think he was the only one that took damage.
Thanks.
So
Go ahead and do 3 rounds worth of, or just whatever the remaining duration is.
he
'cause I
can
follow him.
he can heal 5 times. So I'm just going to give him 4 additional d6.
That is the most adorable.
15.
I love it.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Make your way. You travel until you find this draconic serpentine creature, tentacles from kind of the nape of the neck, almost like hair, wide white eyes tearing. You see strands of magic coming from the earth of Wonderland, and as it bites them, they twist. They go from this kind of blue and green, very fey colorings to a twisted red as it's tearing the strands of magic of Wonderland themselves. It seems preoccupied and hasn't noticed you.
As we see that, I'm gonna look at everybody and just say, okay, I know it's been a hectic time, but we can do this. We just need to stick together, don't hurt each other, attack with ferocity, and we're gonna take this thing down. Who's ready to save Wonderland?
like
That is the most
Stuff.
uplifting thing you said in the entire time I've known you.
And I'm gonna cast motivational speech.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
everybody
take a bite of my
gains
cake.
5 temporary hit points. You have advantage on
Never
wisdom
take
saving
it.
throws, and if you're hit, then on your next attack roll you get advantage
Oh, nice.
until the temporary hit points go away.
Cool.
Do I get really big?
You
Save
eat
cake.
some of the cake? Yes, you grow to about not 30. You grow to about 15 feet in size.
Nice.
I'm like looking at my biceps, like, yeah.
Who's short now?
Oh,
Are
But
we-
Is
y'all-
anybody else eating cake?
I'm good.
I
Okay.
would, but I don't. The lint's kind of
Lint cake?
sour in my mouth.
I have an advantage for my tininess.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I am going to cast Lock, are you? Sorry. My bardic inspiration on Chester.
I say, don't give it to me. Killed me last time.
Cool.
Are we gonna go in quiet, or are we going spells blazing?
You try
Like,
and sneak.
I'm
and
really big.
Stab it in the back first.
He's really big too. Yeah, maybe we send in Mr. Vorpal Sword all quiet. And then the big folks rush in.
I'll say, okay, I've got this, and
Don't forget
I
you
will
have your watch.
and I will actually step back away from you, and as I do, my stripes slowly disappear, and I become invisible.
Nice.
Okay. Go ahead
He
and make
must
your
be related to Cheshire.
Cheshire.
Go ahead and make
Chester.
your stealth check with advantage.
That would be a dirty 20.
Right. You approach, unseen, vorpal sword in hand, until you stand at the neck of the Jabberwock.
And I will just take a peek, make sure that everybody's kind of in position, and then just right through it, stab into the vorpal, or stab into the Jabberwock with the vorpal sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
Okay, no, we're good. 16 plus whatever the plus was. I still don't have it here, so
Yeah, that hits.
that's a D8. You said
Yeah, D8 for-
plus your bonus, your strength modifier plus 3.
well, that's gonna be 4 points of damage.
It is doubled to 8. It is vulnerable specifically to the vorpal sword, and I'm going to need initiative checks from everyone.
And then the little mote of music note as the attack goes off explodes. And then what was the bonus on that? What did you roll for the bardic?
Oh, I didn't roll the bardic.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I thought that you did. So
No, sorry. I
Blows
forgot.
up in their face.
I know.
9 is what I got.
I got a 4.
22.
Don't forget we have the slow time clock from.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
I got a 21.
Harmony,
14.
a cool thing, I just found out if you roll in D&D Beyond in the campaign, it automatically populates your initiative for me.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'll do that
Oh,
from
should
now.
I be doing that?
I've been doing that the whole time.
So, Splinter, sorry, what was yours?
22? Yeah, 22.
Okay. You are first.
Um,
Splinter.
what is this thing big? Like big?
Yes, it is huge.
Okay. then he is going to lift up his walking stick and like trot across like a couple rocks and then try to flip up from like a leg or an arm and then onto the head, and then is going to attempt to punch. Well, open
Okay.
fist.
Go ahead and make your attack rolls.
15.
Misses.
Yeah. 17.
17 hits.
Okay. And that will be 9. 9 points damage.
Okay.
I'm either 5 or 9. I literally haven't rolled anything but a 1 or a 4.
Anything else on your turn?
Wait, no. Sorry, that's 8. Am I dumb? That's 8 points of damage. Whoops. I've been doing wrong maths.
Nope, we're good. Anything else?
Yeah, flurry of blows.
All right, do your monk
Alright.
shit.
Do more monk shit. That
Hop,
one's a lot. Do 20 some odd. And
that'll
that one is the same exact number, 20 some odd.
All right,
So-
roll damage.
Okay, there we go. That one's a true 9. And hey, look, a 3. That one is a 7.
9
So-
and 7.
And I'm going to. This might end bad for me. It's huge. I don't know if I can try to make it go prone. My flurry
Are you
blows.
a monk of the open hands?
Yeah.
There is specifically no size restriction.
Perfect. We're going prone. Try
That
to,
is a
man.
natural 3, so Jabberwock is prone.
Nice.
Momi Wrath Whisperer. What you got?
Before my turn, can I yell at Master Squinter to get out of the way?
Yes, well, we can establish that this is part of your tactics. So, Splinter, you can dodge back if you would like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figure if I was on his head and he would fall over, I would end up on the ground. I guess I wouldn't be too far away. Yeah, I'll try to go further away.
Then I will reach behind me and grab what I assume is still large pocket watch and hold it out and activate the cone of slow.
Okay. It does get its attack of opportunity against Master Splinter, whipping with its tail. Does a 24 hit you?
No, it doesn't.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail.
Yeah, that's not
23
too bad.
sarcasm damage.
Yeah.
23 sarcasm damage. It's done in psychic.
Yeah.
Okay, and it makes a wisdom saving throw against the slow. It fails, so it no longer can. It is now slowed.
What's the save on that?
It's a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I passed.
Okay.
Nice.
That was your action. Any bonus actions from you?
Let me double check, but I don't think so. Half sec. No bonus actions from me.
Okay. The Jabberwock spends half of its movement to stand up. Its movement is halved, so it has very limited movement now. It is just going to make its attacks against the one thing within range, which is Chester. A 26 and a 13 to hit.
Are those at disadvantage because he's invisible?
Oh, no. So a 13 for the first one and a 15 for the second.
Against me, sorry.
Yeah.
The 15 hits you.
You take 24 points of slashing damage as one of its claws just rakes out across your chest. That is its whole turn because of slow. Oh no, because it can only make one attack, so the first attack missed because it was a 13.
Right.
So you don't take that damage at all. Harmony.
Okay.
Question, did we pick up those files? We
Yeah,
keep
you
the
have
vials?
one. You have two that say "drink me."
Yeah, I have them.
We can say you've handed those out before the fight if you would like.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take one of the vials, and I'm going to try and fly up. He hasn't tried to get off the ground yet. He's still prone, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
No, he stood up on his turn.
Oh, okay. Well, how tall is he?
12 feet at the shoulder, down on all fours.
Okay, so if I have a flying speed of 30 feet, I'll be okay.
Yeah, no, you can
get to his mouth. Okay, where he's slowed down, I want to try and fly up and throw the potion into his mouth.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Just, how do I just do a plain attack roll?
D20 plus your dex modifier.
Okay. That is a 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay, that it strikes him in the mouth. He is going to make a Constitution saving throw to try not to swallow whatever you threw in his mouth. He fails. I need you to roll a D100 for me.
Okay.
Watch him heal back to full HP.
I know.
90.
90?
Wow.
He takes
Kidding me.
5d8 poison damage. 10, 18, 24, 31 points of poison damage.
Seems good.
As this splashes, and you just watch as it burns and melts into his tongue. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
I am gonna use the rest of my motion to flip back just a little bit, and then cast Bardic Inspiration on myself.
Okay. Chester. Return.
Standing there, I'm gonna go ahead and shift off to this, like take one step off and then come back in and try to stab him again.
Okay, make your attack roll.
And use my Bardic Inspiration. So that would be 10 plus whatever.
10 plus 3, 13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
And you're adding your dexterity modifier and your strength modifier, right?
Oh,
Or
no,
and
I
your
wasn't.
proficiency. Sorry, not strength. Dex and proficiency.
No, so that would actually been 16.
16 is what you need to hit.
Okay. So D8 plus my strength, which would take it down 1 to a 6, plus 3, so 9. I think is what you said.
Points of damage. It is looking hurt. Anything else for your turn?
And then you use the Bardic Inspiration, right?
Yeah, I did use the Bardic Inspiration.
So it booms, and whatever you rolled is the amount on it. The Constitution saving throw is 14.
Oh, it's just 1 point.
Damage. I can't roll for shit tonight because it fails that. It has a +5.
And still failed?
Yep.
1 point of
still failed.
damage.
Layla, our big halfling rogue. What are you doing?
I think you're
I
muted.
think you're muted. On the headset itself, it has a little.
Yeah,
mute
there's a
button.
little button. I think it's on the left side, right underneath the. Yeah, try that.
Nope, still can't hear you.
How quick are you at typing?
Oh,
Oh, there
Oh,
we
there
go.
we go.
Just
We
bring the
gotcha.
mic closer to your mouth.
I think I had to switch
There
to
we
the
go.
computer mic. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send my unseen servant to try to distract it. I'm just gonna like kick it. We're doing a lot of kicking this game. So
Love it.
And then I keep her, sir.
Go ahead
just
and
like
roll
try to
roll with the unseen
What?
servant. Try to go ahead and roll a d20 for the unseen servant's kick attack.
okay.
And just tell me what you roll.
So that means I get advantage.
Depending on what the unseen servant gets, because it's technically like normally with the unseen servant, it's just used for menial tasks. I'm cool with people using spells outside what they are, but it does take an ability check. What did the unseen servant
You
get?
said 8 is what
So
I
it is
rolled.
not going to be able to assist you on this one.
Okay, cool. So that was my bonus action. Sweet. Oh, look at the. Is that a kitty or a dog?
The cat.
Cat. Okay. Cat's this game.
Watch it disappear.
And then I'm going to just run over and try like. I'm also gonna kick it with my unarmed attack.
Nice.
So I'm gonna run over. I'm gonna be really close to it
Okay.
and just start kicking in the head.
Thud, thud, thud.
20.
22 will hit, and with your increased size, you actually deal an extra d8 with melee attacks. So
Oh, okay.
3, and then roll a d8, and we'll add that.
Oh my god. 1. Okay.
So 4 points of damage total.
Does that count? Does my luck help for that?
No, it's only on the attack roll or ability check. It doesn't work on
Okay.
damage. And did you get out of your sneak attack too?
Is that advantage?
No, it's you have allies within
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm on board now.
because Chester is still right next to it.
Okay, so I got 9.
9 points of sneak attack damage. All right. Bring us back to Master Splinter.
So I found out I actually have one more attack that apparently I haven't been using. Pretty much the same thing. I'm going to come flying in, and I'm gonna do 2 attacks. That one is a 18,
18 hits.
and that one's a 17.
Hits.
And 8 points and 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then a bonus action. Apparently, I can do one more unarmed strike.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot. Natural 18.
Hits.
Jeez. How many 4s am I gonna roll? Another 8 points of damage.
The Jabberwock falls to the ground still and unmoving. And you haven't been missing an attack. Flurry of Blows also takes your bonus action.
You're right.
I am right.
I know.
I was about to do a flurry of blows, and then I would have been very upset. But that's all right.
Momi Wrath. Momi Wrath Whisperer.
He,
Keep using your full title.
The Jabberwock is now deceased.
It is apparently dead on the ground. You are still in initiative.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
Okay. Momi's like getting ready to unleash a very large summon, and then.
Are we done?
Chester, do you want to get the head? And I won't cast anything if I think we're out of combat.
Sure.
Here, I'll hold it.
Goes
for
to the
you.
Jabberwock's turns. You see the wounds begin to close and knit back together, and it stands back up, raising to its feet, turning its head to Master Splinter. It is going to use its fiery gaze.
Oh,
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
well, at least it's something I'm okay at. Natural 19 for a 26.
That
Nice.
succeeds, so you only take half damage. So you take 16 points of fire damage.
Rough on the full one.
Ouch.
But you have advantage on
Harmony.
your next attack.
That would have been
Yeah.
before,
Oh,
because I've already been hit once.
oh, gotcha.
Oh well.
Harmony, it's your turn. Jabberwocky's still slowed, so he can only do one thing.
Harmony is going to look over at Chester first and yell, "Off with its head!" in her best Queen impression, which is pretty terrible. And then she is going to who's near the
Just
Jabberwock
Chester.
right now?
Just me.
Chester. And how healthy does Chester look?
I'm fine.
Okay. Then she's gonna drop down to the ground and cast Earth Tremors at 3rd level.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
It is D6s. So that's 11 damage.
It again
and it's, okay,
falls
so I'm
to
doing
the.
an attack with. Does my bardic inspiration? Can I? Because my bardic inspiration come with that?
No, because you're not making an attack roll.
Okay.
The bardic inspiration is just when
Okay.
you're.
Cool.
I think it's the College of Valor can specifically add to damage.
Okay.
The Jabberwock falls again, collapsing only midway up. Chester.
I'm gonna use a bonus action to inspire myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to what?
Oh, I was gonna ask that earth tremor. Would that hit me?
No, because you had backed up, right?
No.
You were Oh no, yes, it
That's
would
why
hit
I
you as well.
asked who was near the dragon or near the Jabberwock.
Sorry,
But
I wasn't paying
It's
attention to that.
what was it? A dexterity saving throw of 14.
Oh, I didn't even roll. I gotta do
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I passed. Dave did not.
Did I knock you out again?
Master Splinters hit the floor.
Chester.
Okay, so I inspire myself, and I'm gonna jump up in the air and come down with the sword and try to cut its head off.
Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage. If you hit, it is an automatic critical. Because it is unconscious.
Well, that's a 14 plus 6 plus 3, so
That hits.
sweet.
As you leap and come down, the light from the vorpal sword expands, growing to 10 feet across. You come down, and just with no resistance, you fall, hitting the ground, the head rolling away on its own. The body twitches for a moment and collapses. The Jabberwock is defeated. It will take time for Wonderland to heal, but without the Jabberwock changing the magic and sundering it, it's time. For those of you that do not call Wonderland home, a little ways away, with the Jabberwock defeated and you able to take bearing of your surroundings, a small blue box with whited out windows on the sides. This strange box out of time, out of place in Wonderland. Your way home.
Well, Wonderland's safe. Who's going home?
You're muted again.
Muted again.
Now your Discord muted. I'm not getting you.
Oh, mother of all technical difficulties.
There you go. You should. Nope. Still can't hear you.
I don't know. I'm sorry. That's I know we have people with time limits because new children and whatnot. Those of you who are returning home from Wonderland and don't have Wonderland, don't call Wonderland your home. You approach The door kind of collapses to the side, folding on itself into a much larger space on the inside. A man working at a console with some sort of screwdriver-looking tool turns to face you, and the door shuts behind those of you that do call Wonderland your home. As this strange phone booth begins to emit a warbling noise, vanishes, and you are left to repair your home with Wonderland saved. And with that, we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much. Sorry if this was rushed. We just have people with bedtimes now, and we want to let them go take care of their children. Thank you so much for joining us. Lucy, thank you for joining us tonight. It was so much fun having you. The rest of the cast, thank you guys for showing up again, continuing to deal with my Dungeon Master bullshit. It's been so much fun. We will see you guys next time on Easy Dispel, which we will be hopefully having a date to you with our next campaign, Campaign 2, in the City of Avarice, soon. We just want to make sure that when we resume, we're able to resume regularly and don't want to have intermittent broadcasting. But for now, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time on Easy Dispel.